it seems like we have a little bit of an update on the Katliente or KatnChat situation. Now, if you don't know, there's been a situation going on recently involving KatnChat and a lot of the community, especially the VTuber community, as she's been going after a lot of VTubers, including DokiBird and also AliciaxLife or AliciaxDeath. She's got two names. So again, yeah, there was a whole situation which, if you guys want to watch that, then I've got a full video explaining the situation with both of them and how, you know, she's contributed to some misinformation surrounding them and essentially refused to apologize in a lot of situations. And especially with the AliciaxDeath thing, I thought that was pretty terrible, you know, kind of clickbaiting stuff to do with her cancer, which I thought, you know, no one should ever do that, ever. And obviously, although she did delete the video and give her the ad revenue, she still seems to be bringing it up to this day. And also the spreading of misinformation with the DokiBird one, where DokiBird was actually forced to make a reply. And it seems like, you know, for someone who is supposed to be this person that is giving out like YouTube advice, you know, I don't know if you've seen Kat's content, especially over on TikTok and stuff. She's a content creator advice TikToker with 550k. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever it comes to, you know, being an advice TikToker or an advice person to do with content creation, surely you've got to know what to do in a situation. And it seems like Kat does not know what to do in a situation overall, because Mujin, a very popular VTuber kind of, or, you know, not even VTuber, just general kind of situation kind of YouTuber, actually covered the situation. It got 1 million views. It got a ton of support. It got over 40,000 likes, which again is absolutely crazy. And yeah, 1 million views in 4 days is mental. And you know, KatnChat's channel has been seeing a big hit from this. As you can see, viewership is pretty heavily down. I mean, 7.7k, 6.9k, 8.3k. I mean, viewership is significantly down from previous stuff. For example, you know, she was getting like 30k, 40k on every video, which, yeah, it seems to have taken a big hit on her overall personality. And it just seems like she's trying to just cover her ears and just trying to drown it out and just be like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. And just trying to just keep uploading, which, you know, does work for some people, but I don't think it's going to work in this case. As, you know, if we look through some of the actual videos that have come out, I mean, this one's on 500 dislikes. This one's on 800 dislikes. This one's on 1,000 dislikes. This one's on 1.3 thousand dislikes. I mean, you guys can see how bad it is, and every single video seems to be getting like sniped by these people who are just like hating on her. Now, obviously, you know, I feel like a lot of it is justified due to the fact of what she's done in this community and the fact that she just doesn't like to bring up any of the facts or even take accountability for a lot of the stuff that she's done, even with the AliciaxLife stuff. I mean, you know, if we go through her Twitter, she refuses to talk about this at all, apart from the addressing the cancer clickbait thing, which again, she just gives us information that we already know and never really apologizes for any of the other stuff that has gone on, which, yeah, as I said, as an advice CC, you'd expect an advice CC or like a CC advice channel to at least know what to do in a situation where, you know, things are getting bad, things aren't looking great, or, you know, people are getting mad at you. You know, you should probably know how to make an apology, but obviously you're not a very good one if you can't even do that, because people are still, you know, disliking the videos. People are still commenting down in the comments. I don't know if she's deleting them at all or not, but no, it seems like Kat trying to call out Doki for being on vacation. I understand that you're on vacation, but when you're back, I think you should genuinely make an apology video. So again, all of these people in the comments are talking about it. Okay, she's not deleting anything, but again, I mean, even though they're saying that she's on vacation, I don't know how true that is. I mean, I don't really keep up with what she does, but, you know, it's just one of those things where even if you are on vacation, you've got to put out some kind of response, even if it's on Twitter. You know, a vacation is not stopping you from writing a tweet. I can write a tweet from literally anywhere I want. That is the power of the internet and your mobile phone. You're able to do it from anywhere. You're even able to make a video from anywhere. You're able to sit down in a hotel room and on your vacation and be like, hey, I'm sorry about this. I had to get this video out because, again, it's something that has been blowing up pretty massively. But instead, it just seems like she's trying to ignore the situation and trying to avoid the accountability for this situation in general. And it's terrible. And it's something that, you know, obviously needs to be called out. And, you know, Mujin definitely did a good job at calling it out and also playing some fair sides to it, as Mujin always does. I mean, Mujin is such a great content creator. I mean, even, you know, for example, you guys probably know I've been involved in the gacha space. I'm still involved in the gacha space. And Mujin has been really great in the gacha space as well. And now, you know, moving on to VTubers and extra things like that. he does a lot of research, which is great. And I think that is something that KatnChat kind of needs to learn from, because she does not do a lot of information checking whenever it comes to this. And I don't even think, obviously a lot of people are mad at the fact that she got her information wrong, or that, she wasn't doing her due diligence to check stuff. But I think the thing that I'm more, annoyed at is the fact that she doesn't take accountability for it, because there's one thing about spreading misinformation and being like, oh, this, then this, that's fine, as long as if you at least kind of rectify your actions later on, because else you just make yourself look pretty disingenuous and pretty, horrible as a person. Because again, it's fine to make mistakes, it's fine to get the wrong information from someone, it happens, we all get it. But the fact is, you got to take accountability for that and explain your situation to your viewers, which Kat has just completely failed to do. And obviously, it's leaded into this entire situation of her videos getting dislike bombed every single time. And, people are just not happy with her at all. And I mean, fair enough. I wouldn't be happy either, especially if I was actually a Kat viewer. I mean, I don't really watch any of her videos at all. I'm not too interested in it because, again, she mainly covers a lot of artist type stuff. But again, a lot of people are going over here and just disliking it, even if they're not kind of part of our audience, which, to be honest, I mean, I think that might be a big kind of, I guess, backlash, or not backlash, but like kind of consequence of the Mujin video coming out, because it did bring a lot of attention to this. But it's just kind of crazy. I've seen people in the comments saying, addressing community comments on YouTube over the past week, Kat sleeps. Playing TFT and making boba tier lists on Twitch, Kat is sad. So she's not even actually on holiday, is she? Because obviously they say she's been on Twitch making boba the tier list or something like that. I mean, when was the last time that she streamed? Okay, let's take a little look, because obviously people were trying to make up the excuse that, oh, she was on holiday. She streamed yesterday. She streamed literally yesterday. She said she's back from the Twilight Museum or whatever. I don't know what that is. But again, as you can see here, she streamed literally yesterday. You have plenty of time to make a response. You have plenty of time to take accountability, but she just doesn't. And obviously that's what people are getting mad about. And I think, that's very, very valid. They say girl losing subs. I remember she had 172k, now it's 164. So she's also losing subs as well. I didn't even know that, but it's pretty terrible. They say worst channel still posting after what she did to Alicia. Insane work. KatnChat has zero shame and zero respect. The only time I'm ever learning of her is thanks to how terrible of a person she is. Guys, she's not on vacation anymore. She streamed yesterday and still didn't address anything. So I'm assuming they went through that stream. I'm not sure if she addressed anything on the stream itself. But even then, they say, I know you're on vacation and these are probably scheduled, but you should probably unschedule them until you address things. And they say not her falsely accusing Doki of not doing anything on her vacation to serve as an example of herself. The comedy writes itself. So the stupidest comment here. Which honestly, I think, yeah, like a vacation doesn't prevent you from making a response. Like if you have like that little control over your account and whatever, you kind of need to rethink your kind of content creator like strategy. Because if you have that little control of your account while you're on holiday, there's a big problem going on, which I don't think there is. I just think that she's just refusing to take accountability. And obviously people are trying to make up excuses like, oh, she's on holiday. But we've seen very, very clearly on Twitch that she is not. They said nobody's asking for her to bring out the ukulele, but that would be interesting. I mean, no one's asking her to bring out the ukulele. I mean, obviously they're referring to that whole kind of situation where, what's her name, brought out the ukulele, started apologizing. People are just asking for a little bit of an explanation and a little bit more clarity and accountability to that. We're not asking for like a heartfelt apology where she's crying on camera, being like, I'm so sorry, No, we don't care about that. The more, it's just kind of talking about it and being able to accept, hey, I was wrong. I got some information wrong there. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's just move on. And that's all people that want. That's all that people want. But obviously, we haven't got that. And people are making up the excuses of holidays, stuff like that. It's just like, no. So, girl, that was you. I loved your videos. One, God's green enough. Would you clickbait someone's cancer? So, girl, the elephant in the room isn't your hair. It's you not addressing or talking, taking accountability, which is so true. And these comments won't stop, by the way. I mean, I think it's very obvious. These comments, these dislikes will not stop until something is done. Until she makes a video about it, until she makes a post about it, there will always be hatred towards her. And even if the dislikes kind of cool down a little bit, she will always be known as that one person in the community who has spread a lot of misinformation, who's clickbaited a lot of horrible things. And again, it's just one of those things that happens. And if you don't take accountability, well, this is what's going to happen to your channel. So maybe that's something that you need to research for your CC advice channel or whatever, on how to get out of a controversy, because I mean, you're not doing a very good job at it at the moment. But that's pretty much an update on that situation. I kind of wanted to talk about it because I thought it was kind of funny, seeing a lot of the kind of dislikes and stuff going their way. I've never seen someone get dislike bombed that heavy before. But yeah, you know, we all know what happened. We all know what went on. And yeah, it's a pretty crazy situation overall. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code KAZA, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.